How's it going, everybody? This is the Holographic Sessions. I'm your host tonight, Zanny DeVito. Fucking, if you already don't know what the Holographic Sessions is, it is a show created for artists in our scene to give them a platform to talk about their upcoming projects and to give us a little bit more information on themselves. Let's start off with introducing the Wave Gang tonight. We got Kuya Kyle, Dark Ruffalo on the boards tonight, doing all the big production work. We got Medium Frank on the side, quoting and talking with us too. We got Hype Man, the Naughty Dog Wolfie. But we got the main course right here, AjGod, coming out of East Oakland.
What's up with it?
This is your second Holographic Sessions, man. Thank you for coming out. We really appreciate you.
Man, y'all doing the work out here, bro.
Hey. We appreciate that, man. He's out here tonight showing off his Big E.S.O.teric Energy. Well, let's just start with how you doing, man. How was your holiday?
Holiday, first of all, I like to say fuck Thanksgiving.
Fuck Thanksgiving.
But I love family, so I did organize a little small dinner for the fam, and I got down on some vegan mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I did my thing.
Nice.
I'm pescatarian, but I eat real, close to vegan, so I try to eat clean as possible, man, and I try to get my family on it,
Yeah.
So that was my contribution, man. I had a good time. I'm always thankful and grateful to be around family, man.
Yeah, same here, man. It's always nice to be able to take some time, especially if you don't get to see them every day. You don't live with them, especially at our age. Most of us don't live with our family anymore, so It's like we try to get out and see them as much as possible. But besides that, Big E.S.O.teric Energy, man. Let's start off with that shit is just fire from beginning to end, bro. It starts off with a heater and ends with just another heater.
Thank you, bro. Hashtag just another heater.
Just another heater, bro.
Okay.
But you fucking put out, this is a little bit different vibe than what you put out earlier this year with Honey Gold Jasmine, Twin Flames. Mm-hmm. That one kind of felt like a love letter to each other, whereas this one feels like this is my time, man. Mm-hmm. I'm here to make my place in the world. Fucking, shit, I lost my place. Jumping from project to project like that, working from one to the next, because you also had a soul beat tape that you also just recently dropped too, right?
I appreciate y'all talking about that,
dude. And also that, dude, I love that jazzy style, that bluesy soul type of music. That really felt nice to just listen to and work to and whatnot.
Thank you, bro.
Is it hard for you to kind of jump between these projects and between like the different styles?
It's difficult at times, bro. I got a lot going on just in life, you know what I'm saying? So to be a producer and a rapper, like I be in my zone, like when I hear other rappers and it's like, man, like I gotta work on my craft, cause it's always like, ooh, that's raw. I get inspired a lot. And so it's like, oh, whether it be the homies or like people I look up to, like the greats. So I have to sometimes leave that rap room and go into my melody and pattern room, where I'm just like focused on the vibe. And I love both of those rooms, really. I think making beats is something that I've just done so, like, man, my mom gave me this little piano when I was younger. I used to just play on it all the time.
Oh shit, all right.
You know what I'm saying? I just remember just sitting there for a long time and just tweaking sounds and stuff. It's like, it's very meditative for me,
Okay, yeah.
So, and rap is like a different, like, it's something I push myself to do sometimes. Like, I love it, but it's like,
it's still a job at some days,
I
right?
don't want to call it a job, but it's like it really feel like exercise sometimes.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Where you don't want to always go to the gym. You want to go, but you don't want to go sometimes because you know it's gonna be some pain.
And but you know how you're gonna feel once you're done doing it. So
when I
you're
write something that I like, it's like I'm playing it over and over. It's like, oh wow, I birthed that, So it's different vibes, but I love both of them.
So you said, like you just said, you started playing off on the piano when you were young. Did that kind of progress out, and did you start playing other instruments as you got older?
I like to say that I made beats or my software and my instrument.
Okay.
Because I'm not the rawest piano player. I'm not the rawest. I play drums well. I'm not the rawest drum player. I didn't practice a lot on that, but I've always made a lot of stuff. I know how to like flip melodies, and I understand a little bit of music theory, so I can kind of like break down like what I'm hearing, and it's I'm humble with it, but I know enough to where I feel like that's my instrument.
Yeah,
I can get to where I'm going, and I know my way around. to get a product. And I feel like that's how a musician is. They know how to find their way to the sound that they're looking for.
Yeah.
And so I would like to become a better piano player and drummer, and I'm gonna spend some time on that. But that's like another room,
Right.
so I give respect to that, and that's what the Soul Beat tape was about. I worked with musicians on that. I made the beats.
Okay, so
and
yeah.
then I got musicians to like
That was gonna be my next question.
evolve
too.
it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's awesome. Is that you got other people, and it sounds like they're playing real instruments on there, right?
Shout out KJ Focus. That was the sax player. That's
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
there.
who played the sax, who played the trumpet, because those are some of my favorite instruments right there.
You know what? I gotta be honest. I don't remember all of the names. A shout out Fiverr. I worked with Fiverr a lot. I found some musicians on there. My homie Zaid, he's a bass player. He played on Right
Dope.
Now.
Okay.
He's a rawest bass player. Man, who else?
Right now, go check that shit out on Spotify
Yes.
and
Shout
video.
out
Go
Honey
check
Gold
video out on
Jasmine.
YouTube.
I'm sorry to those musicians. I can't remember their names right now. I should do a better job with that because I definitely want to give them credit. But yeah, working with KJ and Zaid, they were really excited to get in the lab with me and just like,
Yeah.
I would just say, hey, could you try this? And then they would just give me 10 things. And I was like, oh, wow. Like, so some of the beats are very like you say, jazzy, not really loopy sometimes because it was like so much to choose from there. I was just like, I'm going to just leave it on there as a vibe.
And sometimes jazzy can really be like, just kind of like be off tops. It's off the top of the head and shit. Oh, hey. Thank you, French Fry, Eric. Appreciate you for subbing out there.
8 months. Jesus
8 months. Hey, killing it.
Yo, okay. Y'all
8 months sub off that. Appreciate
Hey,
you.
We've been building.
So, what was the biggest inspirations for your two newest works, for Esoteric and for the Soul Beats?
I would say my biggest inspiration is been inspiration itself.
Okay.
And I know that sounds simple, but
No, but it's like you're trying to keep yourself inspired, so it's like you got to find
through
something,
that
right?
through that
Yeah.
journey, I've kind of just followed it, you
Yeah.
know, with some direction, trying to figure out like how to form my ideas in something that will catch people's attention. But I'm learning how to present things, right? It's
Yeah.
levels to this artistry.
Absolutely.
You could be the artist that's in the lab all the time. You could be the artist that's, you know,
Out
that
on the
creates a little bit, but also is very good at social media.
Yeah.
You could be the artist that, you know, maybe has a writer, but then you're really good with fashion and presenting yourself like you know how to get your look right. You know, so some people have different strengths, and I feel like one of my strengths is I could be in the lab all day and just create. So it was kind of like just trying to be disciplined with that, and this is what came about. And so I have different lanes with my production. I'm learning, like, I got the musical, like, jazzy lane. I can make slaps. And then, you know, the jazzy kind of soul Dilla vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And then I have, like, the town, like, futuristic town shit.
Oh,
like
yeah. You
I
could
make-
hear that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I even have a lane where I got, like, dance beats. I like house music, too. You know? So I got a shout out to my homie Rev. I got a track coming out with that brother who's like a singer.
Okay.
And he sang on one of my
That's
house
what's up.
beats.
That's what's
Yo, it's raw, you know. So I'm like, I love different vibes.
Yeah.
You know, so I just go with inspiration and try not to box myself in too much, but also try not to be too all over the place. I try to, like, when I do something, I try to, like, do it again.
Yeah.
So I could just not stray too far and, like, improve on what comes out of me. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
No, it absolutely makes sense.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where do you think
Mm-hmm.
but then try it
I think it's what I just said. It's like when you do something, and you know, I listen to different producers, and one advice I heard is just when you do something, you know, study what you did. So I'm doing that more intentionally now. Like when I make something,
Going back and
I'll, like,
re-listening.
Like October, I made like almost 30 beats.
Oh,
Ideas
shit.
though, ideas.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, not totally done, not mixed the best, but
Not crisp, clean, and
yeah,
whatnot, but
30 ideas. I'm gonna just go back and be like,
touch them up, figure out what's next. Like,
yeah, let's figure out what's next. But also like my favorite ones, I'm gonna study that and like learn it, almost like practicing a verse. I'm gonna take a little more rap approach to it and be like, let me make another beat like this, you know what I'm saying? And just and then I think that's how a person's lane is created, because then
Yeah.
you do that enough, and if people like a certain lane, you know how to replicate it and duplicate it, like,
Yeah.
and then people be like, oh, that's AjGod, you know. But then
That's that
I
Aj
want to be
sound.
able to
That's that
switch
God
it
sound.
and turn lanes into another direction, you know, sometimes, and have that also be something I'm good at. So I got like 3 lanes I feel like I'm developing.
And I can feel that in esoteric specifically. Like
Thank
me
you, brother.
personally, I can, the beginning, the middle, and the end, they're each different styles.
Yes.
Like from royalty being hard coming at you, kitchen trying to like get off what's on your chest, and at the end, you're like, I'm finishing this shit. This is it right here.
Yeah.
So I definitely
Thank
feel
you,
that.
man.
What was the point in your life that you decided that music is what drives you? Because you said music's always been in your life from when you were a kid, you had a little piano, to listening to shit with your parents, to doing it at church. Like at what point were you like, music is what I want?
Yeah, I think it's been just every year, just it's always been that decision. It's just
Okay.
I've gotten more serious about it. You know, like at times when I was younger, I feel like it was there, but then I was like just not as developed in my discipline. You know, so I was just like, you can want something, but then not really do everything you can. You know,
Right. You got to have that drive for it.
to work when you're unmotivated, I think is the separating factor. Like I would do it more so when I wanted to do it. Now I do it even when I don't want to do it, you know, and I feel like, of course, you gotta have self-care and ease up when it's time to. Like,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I didn't make really no beats this month, you know, because I went hard with like more beats last month. And, you know, family, I had a funeral I had to go to last week. And,
Oh, hey,
or
sorry.
this week, sorry, like
Sorry for
a
that,
few
man.
days ago. Oh, appreciate that, man. You know, but just life is real, bro.
It
so
is.
It's not, music is not the most important thing. So I balance that too. I think it's been something I focused on a lot lately, but then as I'm getting just a little bit more mature, like really the more I focus on like the things that matter, I'll be able to get more inspiration, you know,
Yeah.
because your focus, you know, it's not inspiring to talk about music when you're making music.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No,
Like,
that makes sense.
I can rap about how many bars I got, but how many
Right.
people really want to hear that?
Right.
Except other rappers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's such a minute amount of the people that are actually out there in the world doing shit. It's like you want to make it for everybody. You can't just be like the game out there, like listen to my 100-bar song, and he's to raps 4 verses about how he has 100 bars.
in respect to the game, because I remember
Like,
that.
I love the game.
Wait, hold on. We can't be taking shots at the game. I'm scared.
I love the game, bro.
Things to do.
I love I love the
No, it's
game,
okay
bro.
to
One
have
of my
an
favorite
opinion, though.
rappers,
It's
but
okay.
like,
We ain't scared to have opinions.
but like,
I think that's real though.
Yeah.
You know, I think Kendrick said in one of his songs how his uncle told him rap about life, don't rap about rap. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I forgot what song it was, but I think it was on Section 80, because it was just like, bruh, life is really where the inspiration comes from. So
yeah,
I feel like the more I put myself to improve upon things that matter, like being there for family, you know what I'm saying, being a good friend, like being reciprocal with the energy that you get from your homies, like
Right.
showing love, and
you
these are
hear
things-
that. You hear that in the music.
You think so?
Absolutely, especially like I keep going back to royalty. I know, but like royalty, the way it started off, and you're just like, I telling my sister she's royalty, telling my brother she's royalty. You're telling your whole family, bro.
Yeah.
Like we are kings. We're kings and queens. This is treat yourself like that. I'm gonna think of you that way.
Yes.
People don't rap like that. People don't rap about that type of shit. They're like, I'm the king. I fucking say it. I don't rap about my family like
Yeah.
about like that. And that's a special thing to be able to do and like make it sound good.
Yeah, man, I feel the same way, you know, and I just want to be authentic.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I feel
Absolutely.
like I can only talk about the things that inspire me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and ascension is something I focus on a lot of my life, just leveling up, bruh.
Yeah.
It's like always trying to get better. So it's about what you apply that to. And I feel like that song came together, Brother Peace dropped that hook, and I was like, bro, I got to hop on that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So, you know, that was even like a song birthed out of a connection. I really fuck with Brother Peace. He's, you know, somebody that's been through similar things and is on a similar journey. And so it's like, you know, that's an example of like me tending to my connections also being an inspiration to the music. Cause
Yeah.
I got dope people around me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And that helps like continue the art. You got to have that energy around you to keep pushing.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's just like everybody's gonna be bringing you down to their level. Last interview, you had said you really grew up on soulful beats and whatnot, being a part of your selections. You threw out some names of people that kind of inspired you, like Kanye and Common and whatnot. But who do you feel is like the central artist or the central person that was kind of a mentor for you to keep pushing yourself, to kind of learn from and keep going on?
I will say I've had some dope rap mentors.
Yeah.
Locally. Shout out to Spirit of Nation, the homie Sasway.
Mm-hmm.
He's like more than like a rap homie. He's like a big brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I met him in high school. He was like a counselor, if you will,
Okay.
at my high school, after school kind of vibes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But he was hella cool, and then been knowing him for hella long. Me and 21 know him. But he's hella raw, like prolific. He's like he's an example of taking concepts that are wholesome and like conscious and real and authentic and making dope music about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was his hype man for a little bit, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And
Yeah.
he throws like amazing shows. So, you know, I got to really be close to his process, and I learned a lot just about like tapping into the heart and speaking on things that like things that you talk about in conversation, putting that into the rap form. You know what I'm saying? My homie Do That.
Okay.
Do That is a dope MC out of Oakland. I think he rep Berkeley, Oakland. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
raw, bro. He was with this group called The Attic, and then he kind of grew from that, and he did like a whole experience where he rapped with like a symphony.
Okay.
It's him
That's
and
awesome.
Mick Nawouge, I think is the brother's name, and they had like a whole symphony, and he was like rap, like almost like Hamilton,
Yeah.
but
Just
not Hamilton.
Yeah,
it wasn't
it's
like no period piece. It was just him, just bars, but like
over violins.
over
and
violins
fucking
and like
bass
craziness.
and fucking
Bro,
cellos
blew my
and shit.
mind.
Yeah.
Blew my mind. Like so, like you know,
Yeah.
kept me inspired. Like seeing and knowing that brother, like knowing his personality is like he's hella approachable, but he's really like a rap god to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
21 though. You know what I'm saying? Like I met him. Let me be
Yeah.
real. I actually met him freestyling.
Oh, word.
I was like Cole. He called. I was 15, 16. I was in Detroit at the World Social Forum.
Okay.
And we was at University of Michigan or something, and I was with a different youth organization, and he was with a different one. He was with Bump. I came with YMR. Shout out to Ryan Nicole. She was head of that. But anyway, yeah, bro. I met him. We was freestyling. I was introducing myself. Like we was having a conversation while freestyling.
Yeah.
And I had never did that with nobody.
That's
he was
interesting.
so saucy, and he raised my level up just by, being around him. And I was like, oh shit. So kept in contact. I got in Bump. Me and Kurse Krew, we got in the Bump Records, and that was part of the reason why we were successful in our success that we got because of Do That. So
Oh yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. To be able to have people like that in your life that you know locally,
yeah.
just brings together like a whole nother level of shit that you feel possible of doing.
Shout out to Zumbi as well. I didn't know him personally, but he was somebody that really inspired me too, because he always talked about conscious things, like introspective raps. You know what I'm saying? But did it in a fierce, like, warrior way, you know what I'm saying? And commanded the stage, So, Don't Lose Your Head. I remember hearing that and being like, ooh, like this slap. Amp Live I think it's the producer name.
Yeah.
He was raw too, so.
Amp Live, actually live, I said that was one of the first shows I ever went to was
Yeah.
seeing Amp Live, and it was actually a rave, I should call it. That was one of the first raves I ever went to.
Yeah.
And he started off and he fucking killed it. Zion and I all together, dude.
Come on, bro.
Amazing.
Set the bar really high.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, I know you're a big fan of anime, right?
Yes.
Do you feel like any of the anime you watch or that you've grown up influences some of the music that you make?
I don't know if it counts as anime because it's American,
Okay, yeah, but still.
but Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, all right,
Like,
yeah.
so the 90s Spider-Man
Yeah.
that came on, I think it came on like Fox or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like, CW or whatever that
Yeah,
show was.
I think when it was a WB or something.
Yeah.
But it was also on Cartoon Network. I don't know. I think it was.
But the show itself.
The show itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Spider-Man because he was like family oriented, you know, so he had a respect for his great auntie and his uncle, but he also had like quick wit. He would always talk his shit to the villains. Like he wouldn't just
Spider-Man could probably freestyle like a mother, bro.
He probably would be
because he's so quick. Yeah, bro, he's so quick with his wit. Like he was just saying, like
he always has something slick to say, and I feel like
probably be corny
come
as hell.
on, like
it'd probably be a corny as hell rap though that he put out. But
maybe, but I mean, I feel like his metaphors might be crazy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because he was a genius, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're right.
So I like that aspect too. Like he was hella smart and genius, and you know, I think in that version of the Spider-Man, he was making his webs. I don't think it was natural to his body, and so I was like, damn, like that's hella raw. Like he's swinging from buildings and making his own web. Like it's kind of like Batman, but
with a slight superpower,
but more reasonable. You know, like I know he had a slight superpower, but he also had like the smarts to create a solution for his problem that wasn't always his powers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the spider sense I always resonated with that. So in terms of rap, I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like X-Men would probably be a more powerful because you know like Wolverine he just kept regenerating, you know, and so I'm gonna just keep coming at it, you know. I'm gonna just always stay consistent with this rap shit, you know,
no matter what happens, just keep moving forward.
Exactly. But I want to create timeless shit too, like Wolverine, because he was around for a long time. He saw the Vietnam War, he saw the Civil War,
he saw everything.
He saw everything.
Saw all
you know?
that shit.
So I do want to create something that lasts a long time.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to be a culture, understand what's going on in the culture. Like Professor Xavier always knew what was happening with his crew. Like he always understood the motivations of the people around him, and even his villains. He had compassion for Magneto because he knew where he was coming from. Yeah. But he didn't fuck with his way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? And so I would like to be able to just understand where you know people are coming from, but you know be able to address it in a way that's like diplomatic. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
And like Xavier and Magneto has the best rivalry. They're friends.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right?
They really fuck with each other.
Yeah.
They just don't agree philosophically. And I feel like, bro.
They just have their henchmen fight. Like, all right, we don't agree. Everybody fight
I'm
each
hella
other.
far from the mic.
But
yeah, bro. X-Men was, and then the intro. Yes, all of that. Yes,
the one from the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, anime. I fuck with just superheroes, man. Like the concept of like just being extra. You know what I'm saying? Just being more than what someone would expect off face value. You know, you don't know what I got, bruh.
Right.
I might, you know, use pyrokinesis and burn some shit up just off. You know, because you don't know. You don't
And that's exactly how you want to be in this game, bro. You want to be unpredictable. You want to be the biggest thing that can come out right now. So absolutely, I totally get it. So like we touched on a little bit already, but you produce as well. So having produced most of the beats on Esoteric and having dropped Soul Beat tape recently, did you start off as a producer before rapping, or did you really start trying to rap before being a producer?
It was around the same time.
Around the same time, they just kind of molded together, folded it on top of one another.
I was playing on the keyboard and trying to freestyle while I was playing on the keyboard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, they go together, bro.
Now, we also know you have a few other groups. You're not just a solo rapper. You've been with Kurse Krew.
Yes.
You've been with a few others. So big shout out to Kurse Krew. Toriyama's here as well. Shouts out.
That's my bruh.
You also had a group called New Generation where you said you performed in churches and did spiritual rap.
Yep.
Did you find that there is still some of that spiritual style of rapping reminiscent in the rap that you put out today?
You know what? Yeah, because I feel like I always want to talk about things that are authentic to me, right? So I never, I kind of knew who I was from a young one. Like I never really tried to be like in the streets heavily or nothing like that. Like I I just knew I wanted to do things that made my family proud, you know what I'm saying? And that I could be proud of when I just look at myself, like
Look back and shit.
Yeah. So I never tried to overextend myself, but being from the town, being from where we from, you get influenced. But I feel like at the end of the day, I always had like a solid view of where I wanted to be. So, what was the question again?
Do you find that the spiritual rap that you were
Okay.
doing before is reminiscent today?
I don't feel like it's changed at all. Like
Okay.
I feel like I'm still talking about like respecting the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So even back then, like I wasn't really Christian, but they wasn't trying to. The elders wasn't trying to argue me down about being Christian. They was just like, oh, he's doing some positive music. Let him perform, in the church. So I appreciated that, and I feel like now I talk about things that, being aware of what's going on around you in terms of, the powers that be and the different traps that, if you don't use your mind, you can fall into, respecting the women, you know what I'm saying, and uplifting queens, and also being real about the growth of a black man living in Oakland and just the temptations, the wins and the losses, and just being aware of those things and talking about it in a sense to where people can relate to, but never try to be anything other than who I am. And so I feel like I've always kept that same authenticity through my music. And so the spiritual side of it is I'm not afraid to go there. Like, was DMX a spiritual rapper? Some probably would say no, but he would break into gospel like that. Like, he would start talking gospel stuff. So it's like, I'm not DMX. I'm not trying to compare myself to him, but like that duality is in all of us to some degree. And so I feel like I just stayed true to like who I am since I started rapping. Oh,
That's
my
facts, because
God.
I'll tell you right now, I never saw him live.
Yeah.
Never seen him live. Didn't know he did that shit. What? He did he? Damn.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I gotta go. I'm sure these performances are on YouTube. I'm gonna have to go find some. Because I didn't know that about DMX. The only thing I know about DMX is Rough Rider. We can't open up shop by yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? He taught me something, but apparently it wasn't the right things. I wasn't paying attention to the right things.
That's right.
Fucking. So you've done a few performances. You did a performance for us. What do you find?
I'm not gonna lie, like it take me a minute to remember my lyrics because I be writing a lot, and so, or maybe I can't even say that. I think it's just that's always been something that everybody has a thing, like memorizing my lyrics. I got to put a little extra work into that, so I just play it a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Let me see. Another routine is I try to like visualize my lyrics. You know what I mean, and just like where was I coming from? In terms of like my intention on the line or what do I see, and then I try to use that as a anchor for when I'm rapping it, and just try to internalize it as much as possible, and I have fun with it. I try to just like rap it when I rap it on other beats and shit, and just try to get comfortable with it. Yep,
that's facts. So do you find that what's your biggest hurdle when you're making music, or do you feel like you don't really have any of these hurdles anymore?
My biggest hurdle?
Yeah, like what's the toughest thing to when you're making music besides getting yourself to want? Because like you said, it's kind of like going on a jog for you. Sometimes you have to make yourself do it because it's it's the best thing to do for you. Besides that, when you're trying to write things down, what do you find is like the biggest thing giving you writer's block?
Just moving around too much. I feel like I write my best stuff when I'm like kind of stationary. You know what I'm saying? But I can freestyle something crazy while I'm in movement. But like sometimes it's not as deep as I want it to be. So if I want to like really come from the heart space, sometimes I just gotta be stationary, not do too much.
Yeah, calm your body down, keep your mind still, kind of just be in the zone where you're at.
Well, more so just not too much too much stimulation. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes going from here to there. I'm driving, you know what I'm saying, or holding different conversations, and even too much technology. Just like, so sometimes I gotta like limit my stimulation and just kind of like maybe have a TV on, but like I'm not really doing nothing else. I'm not even focusing on the TV, but just like it's there. Might even mute it, bro.
It's in the background.
Yeah.
It's like being in the office. Sometimes you just have noise in the background. It's how you work.
Exactly. Or the imagery is enough just to like spark my inspiration. I gotta be full.
Yeah.
I gotta eat good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You feel me?
You can't fucking work on an empty stomach, man.
I can, but I don't want to.
Yeah. I don't want to. That don't
I don't
drive
want
me.
to. Nah. Yeah.
The poet Oscar Wilde once said that life imitates art. Thunderclap. We're gonna thunderclap into this next one
Y'all
right
wasn't
here.
gonna let him just get away with that one. This nigga
He's-
was poetic on it.
Webster's dictionary. Philosophy.
He said, life imitates art more than art imitates life.
Right.
Do you feel like that's kind of how your work goes, that your life is an imitation of your art, or do you feel like your art's an imitation of your life?
Deep, bro.
I got to pull out one thing at least.
Okay. I'm gonna say that really art in life is really emulating patterns that are predetermined. And what I mean by that is not that everything is pre-written, but I think that there's patterns in everything. Like, you know, numbers is life, you know, like in the Matrix when they were seeing the zeros and ones, like to me that just represents patterns. So we have patterns of thinking, patterns of like go time and rest, or the fall, winter, spring. And so I think everything kind of falls in line with that. So whether it's art in the sense of what we're entertained by or what we see, it's like it's always like some new artists in the rotation, or you know, there's certain subjects that always go love, money, aspiration, and you know, sadness, heartbreak. You know, these are things that you hear a lot. Like, you know, they say there's nothing new under the sun. You know, so you might see somebody that looks like somebody that lives next door to you in a whole nother place.
Right.
They don't know each other. Like, y'all ever seen that Kevin Hart's doppelganger? Yeah. He was freaked out by it because it was somebody that looked dead on him. That's what I'm saying. It's like there are patterns that repeat on both sides of art and life. So I think that's what's happening, is that they're both just
when the patterns interject with each other, and
that's our gift, I feel like, as humans,
to be able to see
be
that.
able to perceive the patterns and speak on them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of like, that's like mirrors looking at each other. It just bounces back and forth.
I say a real interesting take on that. I'm glad that we brought that question up, because that is not the answer I thought I was going to get. I like that. So a little off topic, I saw on your IG that you're selling sea moss from Raw Soul Collective.
Come on now.
Could you give me a little bit more detail on that? Who is Raw Soul Collective?
Yes.
What is the sea moss doing for us? Like, how do we, am I eating it? Am I putting it in a drink? Like, how are we doing this?
Okay. So on my health journey, man, I care a lot about health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell from this conversation, like every song you make, every thought you have introduces some sort of mental health, physical health, whatever.
Yeah. Off top, bro. It's serious.
Yeah.
It's serious for me, because I mean, man, in our community, but in America, man, health is not primary.
It's the last thing.
It's the last thing.
Yeah.
And we work ourselves to the bone, bro, but we don't take care of the bones that we work in. So, you know, we need minerals. You know, a lot of people don't even know the amount of malnutrition that they're walking around with. You know, you could be vegetarian and still be malnutrition.
Yep.
It's not about being meat eater or vegetarian. It's about, are you getting your nutrition?
Yeah.
You know, it's good to supplement. So sea moss is one of those things that gives you a lot of nutrients. And it has 92 of the 100 and I think 3 or so minerals we need. Shit. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a multivitamin.
one-stop shop.
Yeah, it's like a multivitamin from the sea. You know, and the sea has a lot of potent herbs for us, or potent like vegetables. Like seaweed is also very necessary. Like iodine is something that a lot of people are, it's good for your thyroid. A lot of people are deficient in. So it also has a little bit of that. It has iron in it. It has calcium in it, magnesium, fiber. A lot of us don't get enough fiber because we're eating processed foods. And so, yeah, man, what you do is you put in some water overnight.
Okay.
You soak it up, and then you can blend it with a smoothie, or you can blend it up, make a gel.
Okay.
And put that gel in, and you could drink it with some tea, or, you know, it's really good in smoothies because you ain't got to worry about trying to really deal with the taste, which is not that bad in my opinion, but I've heard varying tastes. Some people be like, oh, this is gross. Some people are like, you know, so some people love it.
Yeah. Can you add it to stuff? Are you able to like put other fruits with it and it's not going to like diminish the quality of it, or you're supposed to be taking it by itself?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can add it to your smoothies, or you know, your applesauce for the babies. You know, what I'm saying?
Okay.
Or it's very light in terms of the texture. You know, you can easily mix it in with something, and it's actually used for like thickeners in soup sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's another thing you could do. You can add
put it
to
in your soup.
Yeah, man. So
That's
I
cool.
would highly recommend folks get into it. It's something that Dr. Sebi talked about a lot. And, you know, people have different takes on Dr. Sebi. I'm a huge fan of Dr. Sebi.
Same.
He did something that a lot of people...
R.I.P. Dr. Sebi.
R.I.P. Dr. Sebi. You know, he did something that a lot of people, you know, just don't have the attention... I don't want to say attention span, but the capacity to do. Which
Right.
is,
No, a lot of people don't think about that. They don't...
Because it's not primary in our world. You
Right.
know, we think about money a lot. We trying to get to the dough, but that brother was focused on health, and he healed people of things that, you know, people don't believe it, but he went to court. They tried to put him in jail for saying he cured people of AIDS.
With AIDS and HIV and shit. Yeah, I remember that.
He did that, you know? So, I mean, that's hard to argue with. It's hard to argue with, and so I feel like the things he was talking about, people should look into. Look into what mucus is, you know, look into what's alkaline, look into what they've done to our food. You know what I'm saying? Our food is slowly getting more and more tampered with in various ways with like GMO and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, look, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be too, pessimistic, but at the end of the day, we got to be aware of what we put in our
You got to be.
So,
And I just gotta say, didn't Nick Cannon say he was gonna end up putting that Dr. Sebi documentary out? Motherfucker, where is that documentary?
that's a good question. I fuck with you, Nick Cannon. I hope you really do put it out, man, because folks need to really learn about him. I see that they trying to push him to the back a little bit, and, you know, kind of belittle him a little bit. And I feel like
People don't want to, because it's not big pharma. It's not all the people that have the money. All the people that have the money have the ability and the wherewithal to be able to put that out there and push him to the side. He does, because he's not interested in making money. He can't push back like they can.
And then, you know, the other thing too was a trip. You know, we just had Thanksgiving, right? And I think what it also represents is the land being commodified so much, right? Because what happens is if you have people caring about herbs and eating food from the land, then that means that they caring about the land more. And then they might
can't
have
fuck it
something
up
to
no
say
more.
about a conglomerate owning gobs of land, hundreds and acres. Like, hold up, like, what are y'all doing with this land?
Yeah, where's it going?
Y'all owning the land, but then the byproduct of y'all owning the land is all of this waste and, you know, all of this oil going. We just had an oil spill like a couple months ago in Cali. A lot of people
I didn't even know about that.
Yes. It was a state of emergency up
Where
in
at?
Southern Cali somewhere. I don't remember the exact.
Damn.
It wasn't LA, but it was like Orange County.
Yeah, it was out there,
area. Yeah. And it was
Damn,
a
I
lot
didn't
of
even know
oil that
that.
got spilled. So stuff like that is just interesting, bro. Like it's hard to care about everything.
Yeah.
Right? We got lives, but you know, I feel like that's my thing. Like a lot of my family is cancer survivors. And so I want to live a long life. You know, and I want to be 60 something still getting it in, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, baby? You know.
I know how you're saying,
So-
bro. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
It's about your habits now. You know?
Absolutely.
And so, CMOS, y'all should really rock with. Raw Soul Collective is a group of brothers that I work with that are on that same journey, man, of just elevating themselves health-wise, spiritually, and want to see our community do better. So we, during the top of COVID, we actually got together and we started giving out meals.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we was working with Mandela Grocery Cooperative.
Okay.
And they were helping us get the produce and stuff, but we were delivering it to folks, and we was blessing them with dry food, with alkaline water, with fresh fruits and vegetables.
Nice.
And
Nice.
like self-care items, you know, like skincare and vegan treats and, you know, facial masks. And man, we was really trying to show some love, because it was a time where I feel like a lot of people, you know, was uncertain about a lot.
Right.
And so I think,
They weren't even certain if they were going to have a meal at the for most people, because they weren't getting paid.
yes.
So
yes,
that's
it was a
the
scary
big ups
time.
to you guys, bro. That's I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Raw Soul Collective, we still building, and yeah, we also are all artists. You know, y'all know about me, but Brother Peace, who y'all see rap with me later, he's a singer, MC, painter. He does psychedelic
shit.
art. You know what I'm saying? So he talks about his journey with the psychedelics and mushrooms, and you know, Michael, another brother that's a part of the collective. He's a medicine man. He knows a lot about crystals and eating vegan. You know, so I try to surround myself with brothers that's on the same wavelength. Excuse me. And
I know what you mean.
yeah. And so Raw Soul
I got you.
Collective, man, we just really want to be there for the community, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not a lot of companies are like that. So it's very good to have someone out there, especially in Oakland, that
Yeah.
has that mindset, that's trying to push out that health, that mind, like not just mental health, but physical health.
And we pushing cooperative work too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So that's something I do in my job. I work with
Okay.
an organization called Repair Nations, and we just help educate folks on cooperative work.
Okay.
You know, in our communities, it's a narrative that Black people don't work together, bro. And I don't rock with that.
Gotta get rid of that stereotype.
Yeah, we gotta erase that, because we've been doing it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Did you know we was buying each other out of slavery?
I did.
Like, yeah,
I didn't know that,
Folks
yeah.
was like working, and then once they got they freedom
When-
papers, they would actually stay in like a midway plantation
Mm-hmm.
where they would continue to work and like put their money into a pot
Mm-hmm.
and then free more people. You know what I'm saying? So you had different ways of people getting free, and then we was working together during the Great Depression. It was some of the greatest Black organization happening at that time, bro.
Yep.
So we want to see more of that, because our community, man, we lacking access to a lot of things. We in the middle of a great tech divide, you know, and we trying to just you know, do our best, bro. It's gonna take more than just us, but we want to talk about it in the music.
Oh, yeah.
We want to talk about it in the art, and just really be about what we talking about.
It takes everyone to get together like that, especially when you have a government that's fucking trying to bend you over backwards at every turn. You guys do well, you know. It's like
many
it's
out
one
here,
thing after the next. But besides the point. In the album title, you use the acronym ESO for esoteric.
Yeah.
What is E for?
East Side Oakland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. I don't know why that shit didn't click with me.
It's okay. It's okay, man. A lot of people might not know, but that's where I'm from. I grew up in East Oakland, bro, and I'm just merging that. You know, that I really feel like my energy is something that, or excuse me, my energy, but also my personality. You know, it's esoteric. It's sometimes it's hard to understand where I'm coming from, but have a conversation with me, you know, and you'll see. Like, I'm really spiritual, but I'm not trying to push no spirituality on nobody. I'm just trying to like be me and authentic, you know. And so I think that's the Oakland part of me, you know what I'm saying? It's the authentic side. It's like, I feel like Oakland is a very authentic city. Like, you get an unapologetic energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I am who I am. And so it's that duality, like really having that ascension to be more and expand, you know what I'm saying, metaphysically and, you know, physically. I'm trying to bulk up too.
Yeah.
But also, like, being who you are and authentically, like, having a foundation.
Ain't nobody gonna believe who you are unless you believe it. So that's what's most
Facts.
important.
Yeah.
So on Big E.S.O.teric Energy, you start off with that fire. That what did I say earlier? Yeah, you're gonna start with the heater. It's just another heater. The song "Royalty" is a banger, my man. Love the intensity that you come off with, declaring your royalty, declaring your sister's royalty, your family's. AjGod the king, right? Fucking what was going through your mind when you were making that song, and what made you decide to put that first on the album?
You know, because I feel like that's the vibe that I'm coming with. Like, I want people to know. Like, one of the lines is, you know, when you in my presence, then you always winning,
Mm-hmm.
right? So part of me seeing myself as royalty, a king has prosperity, has it doesn't deal with scarcity. So, you know, I want to represent something that is giving a lot to the people around me, you know, and giving just a geyser of energy, just more and more and more. So royalty is like an affirmation of that, and I want everybody to kind of have that energy that's around me,
Okay.
you know. And so if I can affect people with that song, I can use that as a mantra. That would be dope.
Dude, royalty.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is a great song. That really got me going. Made me want to listen to the next song and the next song and the next song. And then right after that, you start off with Why. And Why is another good one. It felt very emotional, talking about the history in the country, injustices going on today and whatnot. Could you give us a little bit more insight about what was going on in AjGod's head while you were writing that song? Like, what was impacting you at the moment that you were writing this?
I get frustrated with the prison industrial complex.
Okay. Yeah.
I get frustrated with my people not, you know, understanding the urgency of the situation that we in.
Yeah.
We have had many martyrs tell us that we at war, you know. So we got to remember that we got to stay in our warrior mindset. You know, it's not about always being like stressed and on edge, but we kind of already are by our environment. So we kind of got to take control of the energy and be proactive about these things. And so that frustration though is always kind of popping up. You know, and death also is something. I got a line where I said, thankful for coverage. It gave me some time just to figure my purpose. Don't want to stunt solo. I'm missing my brothers, you know, like dealing with going to funerals and dealing with death and just understanding like life is minute, you know, or not minute, but it's short. It's finite.
Yeah.
And that realization sometimes is troubling, you know, and so it leaves you with a feeling like, why is it like that? You know, just that feeling of not understanding and wanting to understand, but then that frustration of, you know, seeing the way things are and just wanting to encapsulate that feeling into a song, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what I get from Why.
Yeah.
It's like you're just talking about everything that's going on and how it affects you and how you're seeing the world and what's going on, not just what the news is telling you or what your friends are telling you or what your family's telling you, the way you see it.
Thanks.
After that, we kind of go down a little bit further down the album and we get to my personal favorite song, Kitchen.
Okay.
Kitchen is also an amazing song, and it feels like a little bit of old school Bay music, right? Like it feels like Zion. It feels like I'm listening to some people under the stairs. Who or what influenced that song?
I just wanted some wordplay. You know? I just wanted to play with words. I just wanted to be clever. You know, I feel like when I'm writing, it's like I'm cooking up. You know, like you got to make sure the season is right. You know, you kind of sometimes you got to feel it out. You may not know the exact amount of measurement, but it's going to taste good because you know that you put your heart in it.
Right.
And so, you know, and I feel like sometimes when you're writing with other people, they kind of want to know what you're writing. Like,
kind of go off your
like
bars
what you doing in the
shit.
kitchen. Like, you know, like that feeling of just like, oh, what are you cooking? That suspense. You know, I just wanted to play with that energy a little bit.
Making sure it's finger licking. I fucking love that part. It's fucking so good.
Shout out to DJ Fresh, man. One of the
shout out to DJ
best
Fresh,
producers
man.
out the Bay, man, for real.
Last thing I want to ask you is the last song you're going to be performing tonight, Vision Board. Give us a little background on this song. To me, this song felt pretty personal. It like the statement that AjGod is here. You know, this is me. I'm moving forward, whether you like it or not. And guess what? You're gonna fucking like it. You know what? What does your vision board look like? You know, what's the future hold for AjGod?
Yeah, man. You know, vision board. I got a vision board I've been working on for a while. My vision board consists of, you know, Malcolm X, Bob Marley, Tupac. You know. Who else? Folks like Fannie Lou Hamer.
Okay.
You know, Huey P. Newton. People who really took a risk for what they what they rocked with, you know, what they felt in their heart. So vision board is like, I really find value in finding how to see something, you know, like once I'm able to see it, then I understand it, right? Like literally see it with my third eye, like, okay, I have a picture of it, but I learn more auditory. But when I know something is when I can see it, right? So the vision board is like trying to tap into that subconscious, which I feel like is a very powerful force. You know what I'm saying? It's like that part of your brain that you don't control consciously, that you don't have the direct boop, change something, you know, energy. You have the control where after you do something a bunch of times, then it's inserted in you. So when you see something a bunch of times, it goes into your subconscious. And marketing, they play off of that with us. You know,
absolutely.
They say if you see something 7 times or something like that, you're going to be more than likely to take action on it, you know? So that's just playing on people's subconscious. These are numbers and patterns, right? Like that if we use on ourselves, we can be more in control of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And just know that you got to control your inner mind. So vision boards are a way to like just hypnotize yourself with success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. What's the future looking like for AjGod? Where we going next?
More music from AjGod. You know, I'm gonna keep this esoteric series going.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Man, more music with Toriyama.
Big shout out Toriyama again.
Working on a tape with Raw Soul Collective as well.
Okay.
I'm producing on Honey Gold's album that's gonna be coming out in 2022.
Yeah, big facts.
Oh, this is gonna be amazing, bro.
I'm excited for that shit.
And I got some music with my brother Sin Q. Y'all should look that brother up too. Raw ass MC, man. I got a tape that I produced for him, man. He one of my favorite rappers out of the Bay, bro. Real talk.
Okay.
Like he's like a town J. Cole. Like he got the
Oh,
melody
shit.
down.
All right.
But he got like the lingo of being from the town too. So look out for that brother, man.
Absolutely.
And yeah, man, just a lot more beats. I'm gonna be coming out with more beat tapes. I'm looking to be real consistent in 2022. So look out for the AjGod and Wave Gang collab
AjGod
coming.
Wave Gang. Well, shit, man. Thank you for coming out tonight. You're about to be performing, so everybody stick around for that. It's only gonna be a few more minutes, and he'll be up here throwing down 3 songs from his new album, Big E.S.O.teric Energy. Thanks, brother, for coming out.
That had peaks and valleys, bro.
When you thunderclap.
Welcome the fuck back. Now performing from Big E.S.O.teric Energy, AjGod, and peace.
Royalty, royalty, royalty. What's up with it? What's up with it? Got my brother Peace with me.
We here, we rocking, vibrating high, we bringing some good energy.
Great energy. Shout out to the Wave Gang. Shout out to Holographic Children. Shout out to Kurse Krew. You know, shout out to Raw Soul Collective. Man, we out here and happy to be here, y'all, for real. This is lit. Hope y'all feeling royal today. Feel royal every day. Wake up every day.
Powerful song, a powerful, affirming song you want to play in the rising, just to elevate your frequency and remind you that you're royalty, brothers and sisters.
You know, take some water. I am royal. Say I am royal to your water. Speak that vibration into the water. Drink that. Get at me tomorrow. You tell me how you feeling. Because you know water holds vibrations.
Hey, it's a high vibrational anthem, man. Let's turn up
Royalty. 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 Royalty.
Look in the mirror, see royalty.
Look in the mirror, see royalty.
Look at my brother, see royalty.
I look in the mirror, see royalty.
I look at my brother, see royalty.
Royalty, royalty, royalty.
Royalty, royalty. Hey. I look in the mirror, see royalty. My ancestors got a hold on me. Copper gemstones, they all on me. I tell my sister she royalty. I tell my brother he royalty. Don't forget that we royalty. Royalty, royalty. I look in the mirror, see royalty. I look in the mirror, see royalty. My ancestors got a hold on me. Copper gemstones, they all on me. I tell my sister she royalty. I tell my brother he royalty. Don't forget that we royalty. Royalty, royalty. I look in the mirror, see royalty.
I got copper on my neck.
On my neck. Hey.
Precious stones on my flesh. Queen said that I'm blessed.
I am blessed.
Feng shui, stay in check.
Hey.
Sharp mind like a run with scissors. I cut you off if you treat me like a nigga. Bubbling like I'm washing dishes. Plush roll made with the finest linen. Mind this spinach. Get your back weed. Mirror, see royalty. My ancestors got a hold on me. Copper gemstones, they all on me.
I tell my sister she royalty.
I tell my brother he royalty. Don't forget that we royalty. Royalty, royalty. I look in the mirror, royalty. I look in the mirror, see royalty. My ancestors got a hold on me. Copper gemstones, they all on me. I tell my sister she royalty. I tell my brother he royalty.
Don't forget that we royalty. Royalty,
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 royalty.
I look in the mirror, see royalty.
Run it back, you know it's a vibe. I'm flexing a bit, but know that I'm right. Look up, the standard is high, it's high. I'm laced with the drip like a knot or a tie. I go and I go hard for mine. My people, my youth, and my time.
Okay.
Don't disrespect me or my queen. I'm nice, but I switch like I'm Optimus Prime. I'm feeling like royalty. Rose petals thrown in my feet. I pick them up, roll me some trees. I'm right when I'm feeling that peace. Mama Earth is celestial queen. Tapping my DNA terabytes. I come from a long line of kings. Born to be lit like some dangerous dynamite. Or sunlight and the moonlight. I'm tapping that selenite, getting right. Breathing in deep, use my eagle light. Breathing in deep, use my fruits from my future sight. In a line. In a line. Putting up points like AI. Yeah, I'm putting up points like AI. I know the ops won't stop till it's night, so I keep a sniper at a sight. Militant, gotta keep it tight. Shade gon' come, cause you know I got the light. Coming home with the cow-free cheese. Things make moves so the whole fam eat. Hop on the plane and we head overseas. Eating Joe off in the Southside trees.
I look in the mirror, see royalty. My ancestors got a hold on me. Copper gemstones, they all on me. I tell my sister she royalty. I tell my brother he royalty. Don't forget that we royalty. Royalty, royalty. I look in the mirror, see royalty. I look in the mirror, see royalty. My ancestors got a hold on me. Copper gemstones, they all on me. I tell my sister she royalty. I tell my brother he royalty. Don't forget that we royalty. Royalty, royalty. I look in the mirror, see royalty.
Royalty, royalty.
I look in the mirror, see royalty.
Royalty, royalty.
I look in the mirror, see royalty.
Royalty, royalty.
I look in the mirror,
Royalty,
see
royalty.
royalty.
Royalty, royalty. Royalty.
Hey. Very high vibrational track. I had a lot of fun creating this vibe with the brother, and we want to remind our people that we royalty.
Royalty, man. Shout out to Brother Peace. Yes.
Hey, peace and love, everybody. Y'all can follow me at Brother Peace on all social platforms.
I'm gonna take this jacket off now, man. Oh, right. Oh, we good? We good? I just thought about that. Okay. I'm ready. Nah, not really. Let's just get it in. Actually, before we got some water. Let me get a sip of water real quick before I start. All right, I'm ready. She said, nope. I know. I be having youth with me when I come every time. Crazy how I'm not disappearing, though. Wow. Hey. I'm just handing out how not to be a slave, kid liberation. With a scratch and sniff fragrance. Reactions is blatant like Harriet Tubman with muskets and keys to the cages. We bustin', we building, all pain that proceeded. On lessons we leaning. From the same script we reading. 42 laws of my eye, every breath has a meaning. I wanna stay righteous, this world got me beasting. Paint on my easel, solutions and reasons. And grandmother's visions, and live off the bitches. Posted in favor of angel temptation, still willing to tango. I'm thankful for coverage, gave me some time just to figure my purpose. Don't wanna stunt so low, I'm missing my brothers. Tell me the reason it's like this. Tell me the reason it's like this. Tell me the reason we fighting every day now. Every day is the same, oh. Every day is the same, oh. We tripping and falling, we falling. Not taking a step in the right direction. Hey, I'm just handing out my pink slipping lacerations for the rope they had me hanging with. Been leaning like rumbus, its pressure is cumbersome. I'm sending it back like the Wimbledon. Hey, we put in work since days of your infancy. What are you worth if the lowest can't get a piece? I should've known your heroes had hate for me. Columbus, a villain of anything, man. Look at examples you gave to me. I see war and bombing is everything. Oh, but I'm criminal, the hypocrisy. And I know this no mockery. Everything I spit on time, TikTokery. And now my lines, they jocking me. Look, I keep going on top of me. Tell me the reason it's like this. Tell me the reason it's like this. Tell me the reason we fighting every day now. Every day is the same, oh. Every day is the same, oh. We tripping and falling, we falling. Not taking the steps in the right direction. Hey. Yeah. That's one of my favorite tracks, though. I love that beat right there. You know what I'm talking about? Little funky joint. On my Zappin' Roger. Yeah. Little Zappin' Roger on there. Keep it moving. I appreciate y'all having me on y'all platform, man. Y'all really got a dope platform. Yes. Next time I come, it's gonna be us doing some shit, bruh. You know what I'm saying? This for all of my folks going into 2022. So that's everybody, right? Even you. Make sure you take your vision and put it on the board so you see it every day. We don't play. Look, they asked me what my rituals be, Meditation, libation, green leaves, hey, they asked me what my rituals be, hey,
Meditation, libation, green leaves. Hey, hey, step into the cipher, light spark. Blow out your ideas, then walk. Away with an elevated experience. The world tryna hit you, leave you delirious. I've been on discipline, super patient. I've been on focus mode, going super saiyan. Yeah. Raising my caliber and recalibrating. Yeah. I found a vision of self-determination. My vision board told me push through. Dig a little deeper, it's some jewels just for you. My vision board told me tell the universe, run me my fate right now. My vision board told me I'm a king. Anything I want is mine, first I gotta see. My vision board told me tell the universe, run me my fate right now. Hey, one time for the one time, it's my moment. Staring at the throne too long, they getting nervous. Life is just a circus, I'm a ringleader with purpose. Slicing through doubt, cause God made me a surgeon. Another day, one more reason to not go bagless. Heavy dreams call me for heavy passion. You can't block me, God gave me this rite of passage. Snails lapped at my pace until turbo started gassing. You want the meal, but you ain't doing the dishes. So go and get you an issue and then subscribe with intention. 17 seconds, my eyes glued to the vision. Wash my mouth like a dentist, I always watch what I mention. In my mind's hall, it's a Malcolm painting. 415s in my head, got by Marley playing. Go ahead, fill up on this meal, love marinated. It's hard to party when your stomach ain't celebrating. This, that, every way, we gon' make a way, grab a plate. Yeah, that every day I pray and meditate. Hey, sleeping on the floor, cause that mention make me salivate. I sacrifice, watch me do the hustle, watch me elevate. Yeah, my vision board told me push through. Dig a little deeper, it's some jewels just for you. My vision board told me tell the universe, run me my fate right now. My vision board told me I'm a king. Anything I want is mine, first I got. My vision board told me tell the universe, run me my fate right now. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all get y'all vision board right for 2022. What it do? Zanny, what it do, bruh? Thank you. Yeah, follow me on AjGod 510. That's AjGod 510. And yeah, let me know what you think of the music. Send me a message. What's your favorite song that I performed today? And yeah, stay tapped in. We got many more things coming. Yeah.